Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back with another Walking Dead video leading up to the season finale of The Walking Dead Season 8. This one is going to be one of the most highly requested videos for, of course, leading up to the season finale, which is who do I think is going to survive and who do I think is going to get killed off in the season finale of The Walking Dead Season 8. Now, I meant to do this video, yesterday, but there were some new pictures released for the finale that I definitely wanted to show, so I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and do that. So anyway, let's just count down some of the characters we've got here on this list and talk about, now, I'm not going to go through every character in the series, because that's just, for now on, if you are a subscriber to this channel, if you've been a subscriber to this channel ever since the beginning, which was like in 2016, you know that I simply... Back then, there used to be way less characters than now. So I'm not, for now on, going forward with my death predictions, I'm not going to go through every character in the series anymore. I'm just going to talk about who I think is going to get killed, so we can get to the point a little bit faster. And I know a lot of people were annoyed by that, and I do apologize. So that's why people want the death predictions more like this. But before we get into the death predictions, I just want to show off this new little Walking Dead Season 6 poster. I like these little mini posters for the background, and I'm planning on having maybe like, you know, one or two more to fill out this space, and then maybe one at the bottom here or something, you know, something like that, you know, right there at the bottom. I'm trying to have some, like, you know, some posters kind of just around here. There's one big one right there, but some just cool little mini posters. I used to have, I've had this All Out War one for like 6 months, and I do like it very much. It's a very cool poster. But then there's the Season 6 one, which I just got, so you guys can see that right there. The TWD with Rick, one of my favorite seasons of The Walking Dead, so that's really awesome. So, death predictions for this season. Now, I want to get started with Maggie right away, and I know people are going to say, Maggie's not going to get killed. She's not going to get killed in the season finale at all. You really have to consider that she still hasn't signed on for Season 9, which does start production in a couple weeks. So you have to include that factor. So, when you include that factor in here, it's kind of like, well, why hasn't she signed, you know? Because it's like, if she doesn't sign, they've already probably planned out most of Season 9 at this point. How are they just going, and she's probably going to play a pretty, you know, big role in that season, because Rick probably will be taking a step back in Season 9. So how, you know, just, it's like, how are they going to change almost the whole story in a couple weeks if she doesn't sign, you know? That's a really big question, because she is probably going to be one of the main characters in Season 9 and 4. She kind of already is. So, yeah, I know people are saying, oh, well, you know, there was a couple episodes in Season 7 she wasn't in, quite a few in Season 8 she hasn't been in, you know, but just either way, like, she was barely in episode 14, you know, like, she was not even in episode 10 and 9, she wasn't in episode 7, she wasn't in episode 5, 4, 2, so, yeah, I get what people are saying, but still, you have to consider she could be killed off in the finale, and I honestly think that's the dumbest decision they will probably ever make on the show. As much as I like the show, I think that'd be the dumbest decision ever. However, they did kill Carl, so I mean, they really maybe want to change what they did in the comics. They might want to go a whole new direction, which would be cool, you know, but I still want the Whispers. So, now, how she dies, not really sure, but I'm putting her on the Death Watch list for Dan's Reviews. Hashtag Death Watch for the finale. So, next up we've got Tara. So that is another character that a lot of people think will be killed. Now, I don't think they're going to kill both in the finale. That would just be too much, I feel like. But I'm still putting Tara as well on Death Watch because she's just kind of, she's been around for a while. It is a season finale. It is the end of All Out War. It is the end of a big story arc in The Walking Dead. It is the end of a very big part of the series that has been going on since Season 6. So, you know, you gotta put her on Death Watch, I think. Next up, we have, just now, a couple more here I want to mention for the survivors before we get to the saviors. The next one I want to put is Scott, because Scott, and if you guys don't know who Scott is, that is, of course, the character that is, the guy who had the brokenish kind of leg, and he is married in real life to Sasha, Sonequa Martin Green. I'm putting him on there too because I feel like him, it's like, well, it's a finale, it's a war, he's like a D-lister basically, so let's put him also as the third Death Watch. And I'm not putting these as ranking, like Maggie the most likely, so she's number one. No, I'm just putting them all here on the list. So those are the three. A couple more from the survivors here. I also want to mention some of the Hilltoppers as well. We do have Cal, which I think is a huge possibility, so I'm definitely putting him on Death Watch. And I'm not going to explain why, but comic readers will probably know why I'm putting him on here. Because we haven't seen certain things in the comic. I'm kind of spoiling it now. Great. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, next character I get a lot of people saying that they think that Rosita will be killed in this episode. I don't get that at all. So I'm not even going to be putting her on Death Watch here because I think Rosita is probably fine. Next one people are predicting. Jadis. So Jadis is a character that I think is possible. However, I don't think so. I think that she's just one of those characters that again I have to mention. I'm not putting her on Death Watch. So then, so far we've got Maggie, Tara, Scott, and Cal. Now Eduardo, that is another very high possibility, and I'm also going to be putting him on the Death Watch. So, Kingdomers, we could have probably Henry, I think is a possibility. I know he's taking some Comic Carl stuff, but you just never know. That could be one of the big reasons why Morgan leaves. So, Death Watch for him as well. Jerry, putting him on Death Watch, because Jerry, now again, I don't want to see Jerry killed off. That's one of the guys I don't want to see killed off the show. I think he would be great in another season at least, but it's a finale, it's a war, and I think it could definitely kill, a very, kind of like, he definitely has, that kind of comedic, you like that guy kind of thing. Like, oh man, now that's a good guy right there. Those characters usually get killed off, so I'm putting him on Death Watch as well. Don't want to, but, I'm going to, just, throwing it out there. And now, a couple characters I think is just not going to happen. Rick, no. Daryl, no. And I want to save the big one for last. So now let's move on to the Oceanside. So I think there's a lot of characters that honestly could be killed in the Oceanside group, and I think we probably will see that, especially if they join in the war. Now I want to finally move to the Saviors. So the Saviors, Dwight, no, that's just not going to happen. However, one from the Saviors, I think, we could get a lot of Savior character deaths, but I'm talking about the main ones. Laura, I'd love to see that. I'm sure a lot of fans would love to see that. And we basically also have Eugene, and then I want to kind of put Gabriel in that. I think Gabriel is another Death Watch for me, because Gabriel, it's just, I feel like they could kill him off earlier than his comic role, and I think Gabriel's also another character I have to put on there. Now, let's move to the big one, and I think a lot of people are probably, have different opinions about this. Negan, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, seriously. Let's just talk about Negan for a second. So, Negan is, such a huge villain. The biggest villain we've ever seen for the Walking Dead television series. Maybe we'll ever see, I still think Negan is even a better villain than the Whisperers. Whisperers are creepier, but, Alpha, Negan, I gotta go with Negan, especially because Negan can defeat Alpha as well. So, he did. So, I know a lot of people want to see Negan killed off. A lot of people hate Negan. A lot of people love Negan. I'm one of the people, I love Negan's character, and I think he actually will survive. I don't get the point of, because they said the big reason why they killed off Carl is to have Rick decide a different path or something. I've heard a lot of people saying that, some of the writers and some of the producers were saying that. Well, obviously that's probably so Rick won't kill Negan, so that'd be kind of dumb if Negan did get killed. Now that's a big one though. Now let's hypothetically say Negan was killed off. I would be fine. It's just, it's kind of like, nah, I don't want to see that, so that's another thing as well. So that is probably the characters right there. I would definitely say are on Death Watch. The majority I've just mentioned here. I definitely don't think all of them will get killed, though, probably just, we'll probably at least get maybe 2 or 3. That's what I'm expecting. And then also background characters, probably quite a few. So I think this honestly should be one of the most death-heavy episodes ever, most action-ish, action-filled episodes we've ever seen for The Walking Dead, and I just can't wait for it. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think. And also about this new poster, which is really cool for the background. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.